The harder you try to calm down, the worse it gets. You tell yourself to relax, and your body laughs at you. The heart climbs higher, the chest pulls tighter, the heat spreads anyway. And then you do the cruelest thing of all. You start feeling ashamed that you can't just be calm like everyone else seems to be. Here's what nobody told you. That's not a flaw in you. It's a clue. You know the feeling. A name on the screen you weren't expecting. 3 words with no warmth in them. We need to talk. And before your eyes finish the sentence, your stomach's already dropped. Heart in your throat. Heat in your face. A hum under your skin with nowhere to go. You know, with the thinking part of your brain, that nothing in this room can touch you. That you're completely safe. And your body isn't listening to a single word of it. That's not your nervous system failing. That's your nervous system working, running a survival program nobody ever taught you how to switch off. So let me show you where the off switch actually is, why your body moves before you can stop it, why this was never proof that you're too anxious or too much, and the one signal your nervous system has been waiting its whole life to receive. So you can come back to calm on purpose, instead of just white-knuckling it until it passes. And here's the truth that takes the weight off it. You were probably taught somewhere along the way that calm is a personality, that some people are just born steady, unbothered, and if you're not one of them, something in you is broken. So every time your heart raced, every time your hands shook, you read it as evidence. Proof that you're weak. Proof that you're too sensitive. Proof that you don't have whatever they have. But that's not what's happening in there. Not even close. Picture your nervous system as a car with 2 pedals. There's a gas pedal, the part that floods you with alertness, speeds the heart, gets you ready to move. And yours works beautifully. It fires fast. It fires at the smallest thing, a tone of voice, a sound, a memory, a deadline, and the pedal is on the floor before you've decided anything. That's not a malfunction. That's a survival system that learned, through real things you actually live through, that staying ready keeps you safe. The racing heart, the tight chest, the flood of alertness, that's the system working exactly as designed. Not failing, working. The problem was never the gas pedal. It's that nobody ever showed you where the brake is. Nobody told you it exists or that you're allowed to use it. So you've been driving for years with one pedal, flooring it at every bump, wondering why you can never quite slow down. And no, this isn't the part where I tell you to just breathe and think positive and everything's fine. This is something quieter than that. It's the shift from being ashamed of how you react to being curious about how to bring yourself back. Which brings us to the rule that changes everything. You cannot think your way calm. You can't argue with your nervous system. Can't reason with it. Can't logic it into safety. Because it doesn't speak logic. It speaks the body. It listens to breath, to movement, to what your senses report back from the room you're actually standing in. So the goal was never, how do I stop being stressed? The goal is, how do I send my body the signal of safety so I can come back down on purpose? Your nervous system isn't broken. It's trained. And anything that can be trained can be retrained. So here's where it gets practical. The first thing you do the moment you feel the body tip, that hot rush, the tightening, is name it, not judge it. Name it. Because you can't regulate something you're swept up inside of. You have to step back far enough to see it. So instead of what's wrong with me, you say quietly to yourself, I'm not in danger. My body's just activated. This will pass. That one move takes you from inside the wave to standing on the shore, watching it, Then you reach for the brake, and the brake is your breath. Not just any breath. A long, slow exhale. Longer than the inhale. That out-breath is the most direct line you have to the calm-down switch in your body. It's the physical pedal nobody ever pointed you to. In through the nose for a count of 4. Out, slow and steady for 6 or 8. No forcing it, no fighting it. Just one long exhale for once. The cue is simple. Longer out than in. Next, you show your body where it actually is. Because your nervous system isn't scanning your thoughts, it's scanning the room. So look, slowly. Turn your head. Let your eyes land on real things and name them. The window, the wall, the cup on the table. Feel your feet on the floor. Notice that nothing here, right now, in this exact moment is hurting you. That's sensory proof of safety. And it reaches the body in a way no amount of reassuring self-talk ever can. You tell yourself, feet on the floor, right now, in this room, I'm safe. Then you let the charge move, because all that stress is energy. Your body mobilized it for action, and when there's nowhere for it to go, it just loops round and round, keeping you wired. So finish what the body started. Shake out your hands. Walk it off. Press your palms hard against a wall. Sigh it out loud, audibly, no holding it in. Let it move through and out. And the last one changes the long game, because calm isn't built in the middle of the storm. It's built in the quiet between them. A few minutes of slow breathing a day, a walk, real rest, the kind you actually let yourself have. Done consistently that lowers your resting set point, so the alarm fires less often and resets faster when it does. You're not just stopping one spike anymore. You're retraining the default. And that's where I want you to slow down with me, because this is the part that matters most. How long have you been living with your foot on the gas? Braced, scanning, never quite landing all the way down into your own body. A lot of people spend years like that, white-knuckling through every stress, treating their own nervous system as the enemy. And what they lose isn't small. They lose rest. They lose presence. They lose the ability to be all the way there with the people they love, because part of them is always braced for the next thing. So the real practice underneath all 5 isn't a trick you pull out in a crisis. It's a relationship, choosing, a little every day, to stop waging war on your own body and start partnering with it, sending it safety instead of fighting it. And that's the doorway, not the destination. It's what lets you stay present. It's what lets you respond instead of react. And I want to be honest with you, because you deserve honesty here. Sometimes the activation doesn't come down. You do all of this and your body still won't settle, still won't let you rest, no matter what you try. When it's constant like that, when it's tied to something deeper, like trauma, like panic, like chronic anxiety or burnout that's worn you all the way to the ground, that's not a sign you failed at breathing. That's a signal. And the right move then is to reach for real support, including a professional who can help you carry it. A reactive nervous system was never a character flaw. It's usually a system that worked over time to keep you safe and never once got the message that it's finally allowed to rest. So here's what I want you to take with you. Real calm was never the absence of stress. It was never a flat face and a steady voice, and nothing ever getting to you. That's not calm. That's just hiding. Real calm is this. You get activated, your heart climbs, the heat rises, and you know how to bring yourself back. You feel the spike. You name it. You find the long exhale. You orient, you let it move, and you land. That's the difference between the old version of you, wired, braced, snapping at people who didn't deserve it, lying awake with a mind that wouldn't stop, feeling betrayed by your own body and the version of you that's coming, the one who can feel the whole storm move through and still come home to calm, not by luck, not by waiting it out, on purpose. So subscribe, hit the bell so this actually reaches you. And before you go, tell me in the comments, where do you feel stress first? Is it your chest, your stomach, your jaw, your shoulders, or a mind that just won't slow down? Tell me where it lives in you. I rate them